Germany for his statement. I now give the floor to a representative of the Russian Federation.
Thank you, Mr. President. We wish to welcome the new leadership of the residual mechanism, Prosecutor Brammertz, President Agius. Welcome to you. Thank you for your detailed report. Yet, under the particular circumstances, such words of gratitude for such detailed reports and activity paradoxically mean that the structure that has been trusted to you is in a state of permanent breach of the purpose of Security Council Resolution 1966. Contrary to the instructions of the Security Council, the tribunals created 25 years ago demonstrate a rare degree of dynamism under this new arrangement. There have been words already mentioned. The symbolism of this juncture has already been invoked. For some delegations are making 17 July, when the ICC Rome Statute was adopted, 17 July, the day of international criminal justice. However, we do not see cause for jubilation. For us, in the context of today's meeting, far more important are other events. They carry greater weight. Unfortunately, these are tragic events. 20 years ago, NATO air forces launched a military operation against Yugoslavia, and over the course of several months, they dropped bombs on the Federal Republic of Yugoslavia. And the targets were overwhelmingly civilian facilities, including residential areas of Belgrade, bridges, schools. These attacks claimed the lives of hundreds, including children. The ICTY had refused to conduct an investigation into these crimes. Instead, the ICTY devised a myth about Belgrade's single-handed responsibility for the war in the Balkans, and exceedingly severely punished the Serbs and provided cover for other participants in the civil war. You would recall the appalling acquittals of General Gotovin, Field Commander Oric, and the Kosovo Albanian Ramush Haradinaj. This torch was taken up by the residual mechanism. During the reporting period, contrary to the judgment of at first instance, there was a retrial and inordinately more severe conviction rendered for the Serb Radovan Karadzic. Appeals proceedings remain underway for another verdict on the life imprisonment for Ratko Mladic. Such sentences are always accompanied by aggressive media campaigns and media pressure being brought to bear on the judges. We were surprised at the appearance on the residual mechanism's agenda of the contempt case, which was initiated by the ICTY for the Shechel trial. These measures, in our view, are yet another attempt to contrive to prolong the existence of this body. There remains a pressing question, ensuring that the accused receive timely and adequate medical assistance. We are very troubled at Ratko Mladic's health. We cannot confirm from independent sources that he has been receiving quality care and adequate treatment in the mechanism's penitentiary facilities. Mr. President, with the change in the residual mechanism's leadership, we anticipate improvements both within and around this Security Council subsidiary body. For the time being, we will not contribute funding to that part of the United Nations budget that has been designated for this structure. And by way of conclusion, Mr. President, I have a personal request to Prosecutor Brammertz. In his statement, I will quote the following sentence. I will quote in English.
No one emerged unharmed, not in Bosnia and Herzegovina, in Croatia, in Kosovo, in Serbia.
A major request. Sir, could you explain with your speech to the speechwriter that the mention of Kosovo in this hall needs to be accompanied by the following designation, and this I will read out in English as well.
References to Kosovo shall be understood as being in full compliance with Security Council Resolution 1244. Спасибо, господин председатель.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Agradezco.
I thank the representative of the Russian Federation.